We're back after some technical difficulties. Been able to give them some archery. Driving our John Deere 4050 here today. Chisel plowing, prepping to plant tart cherries here in November. Put my phone down quick so I can turn this thing around. Now we're back. So my job here today is to follow that line as straight as I possibly can. We're opening up the ground so we don't have any extra compaction when we go to plant our tart cherries here in a couple weeks. So we'll pull this across a couple times. You can kind of see what it does there. Just loosening the soil where it was extra packed in from the nutrients we injected. Now that the right amount of time has passed, we're going to go over and do some subsoiling. So this is our chisel plow that we'll pull through first. Then we have a big 3-shank ripper that we're going to follow up with that tomorrow here on this farm. Really try and pull up any rocks and really do some subsoiling to open up the land. Right now I'm going every other row. You can see the other rows in the strip that I need to do. So John Deere 4050. Again, that's what we're doing. And we're just trying to follow this as straight as we can. We made these lines with a GPS tracker, so we do have them saved in the display, but not on the old girl. So I'm just trying to follow as straight as we can to keep that same line equal. This farm, I think, is about 50 acres that we'll be planting. What are you guys doing? Beautiful fall day here in Michigan, uncharacteristically warm. It's almost 80 degrees today, which is just wild. It is never that warm this time of the year. Where are you guys all viewing from? All that rock right there came out of this farm. And there's still more I'm pulling up with this thing. It's kind of crazy. The amount of rock that's hidden underground that you don't know it's there, you can't see it, but the frost pushes it up every winter, and every time you go across the field, it just shows a little bit more. You can tell sometimes especially when it's extra sandy, the chisel plow will pull the back of the tractor almost a little bit sideways, so you have to kind of pay attention to how you're driving and put the front of the tractor to the right, and can steer a little bit to counter it. We did get some moisture, so the conditions are perfect. 0 dust. We're from, this is Michigan, northern Michigan. Kamalish, where are you guys from? Sounds more of like a Eastern name than someone from the United States. Kind of felt a thud there. Looked like we were going to pull a rock up, but no dice. Trump for president? Yes. Yes, David. We are big Trump supporters here. We just pulled up a rock back there. Kind of feel us getting ready to run over another one. That wasn't too bad. What do we have over there? We have some other equipment. We have our Case backhoe and our Komatsu mini excavator. So right now I'm coming up to the old pipe, irrigation pipe. And as you can tell, it's been leaving a mark every time I go across it. I kind of rip it up, which is to be expected. But it'd be cool if it wasn't there. It looks like I probably pulled up a little bit this pass. It might be super nice here today, but boy, is it windy. You can tell, I can just feel it at the soil here. Once we go over this hill, it stiffens right up. This is a pretty sandy farm here. But now it is getting increasingly harder. The soil really changes. Here you can, right about the front of the tractor's about to get to it, you can see the clumpiness. It's funny how much soil type can change from one end of the field to the other, which is pretty wild. But I gotta turn the tractor around here. I gotta use 2 hands to do that. Oh my goodness. And we're back. Welcome everybody, welcome. We're driving a John Deere 4050 today on the farm, chisel plowing. That is the job. There's a big old hole right here. Let's see how smooth it is. Oh, not too bad. Chisel plow helped fill that in. It didn't do too good of a job, but got some nice fall colors on display here. And I wish I had my phone holder, because it's tough to hold on to the phone the whole time. Soil compaction, a problem. Soil compaction when you're trying to plant tree roots or trying to plant trees will really limit the ability for the tree to grow its roots, especially at a young age. So we like to try and free up the soil, loosen it up, especially just where the strips where the trees are going to go. So this, where you can see the cross cut from the last pass with the cultivator here, that is that's where the grass will be. So we don't worry about working that. Right here where it's packed down, that's where we are going to be working with this equipment today and tomorrow. We'll have a different tractor here with this. We'll have a big 3-shank ripper doing some serious subsoiling. So we're just only working the strips. These rows are 21 feet apart. We'll be planting the trees 15 feet apart. So we can cram quite a few trees in each farm. So right now I'm doing every other row just because now it's just a little easier on the tractor to make the turn. a little too tight. It's 80 degrees here in northern Michigan, which is just unheard of for this time of the year. That is very warm for Michigan. As the trees lose their leaves, you really start to gain some better views right there. From a couple of these farms we have, you can see a couple of really beautiful lakes. The one that's over here to the west is Torch Lake, and that's I think it's voted the third most beautiful lake in the world, right here in our hometown in the Traverse City area. So that is pretty neat. These are some of the longest rows that we have. I think they're over 2,000 feet. So on this channel, I post about once a day with a short, once a week with a long form video of some overall projects that we're doing. And I like to go live every once in a while and reach out to you guys and just show you what I'm doing. So if you're into farming, please consider subscribing to the channel. This isn't really traditional farming that we do here. We do cherries and apples, specialty crops. So if you're interested in learning more about how farmers grow cherries and apples, this is the place for you. I don't know how many people wonder or think about how to grow cherries and apples on trees, but that's what we do. We have about 2,400 acres, I believe, of tart cherries, and right now we're starting out with about 30 acres of high density apple at the moment that we're planting more and more every year. That's a little background to the farming that we do. Trying to drive as straight as I can while holding my phone and doing this. Just working the strips here today. There's a Trump sign right there. If you're voting for Trump this year, throw a like on the video. Hey, there's at least one. Oh, that's funny. You see where the Kamala fans were? 15 people took off after I said that. Oh, that's too funny. Time to turn the tractor around. We're getting to the woods. Put my phone down quick. These two-wheel drive tractors, you can help yourself turn the tractor with the brake a little bit. Especially with the two wheels, it's easy to help yourself turn, and I realized that I wasn't getting that result from pushing on the brake because the brake pedals are connected right now, which doesn't help me any. So we'll separate that, and that'll allow me to help turn the tractor sharper. It's a little neat if you didn't know that. A little fun fact. What is everybody doing today? It's a beautiful Tuesday here in Michigan. All the leaves have fallen off for the most part. Very windy today, so any that were slightly holding on are now gone. chisel plowing today. Freeing up soil, loosening up soil today is the plan. We got some moisture overnight, so we're coming out here and ripping across the field, just trying to go as straight as possible. This strip of the darker dirt is exactly where we're going to plant cherry trees here in a couple weeks. There's the old shadow. Good looking John Deere shadow. That pile of rock all came out of this farm. We've been picking it, and the farm just keeps giving. Just keeps on going. So as we try and climb, the hill goes up and that way, but it wants to pull the tractor down, so I'm trying to fight the pull of the chisel plow behind me by offsetting the tractor a little bit to keep us straight. So you can see the little silver dot at the front of the hood is not lined up with where I'm sitting because of the pull that the tractor is doing at the moment. But as we flatten out up top of the hill, we'll be able to straighten back out and keep our line straight. This is how you shift this tractor. It's got a shuttle transmission, so you don't really need to push the clutch in any to shift it. It will shift on its own. It's our John Deere 4050 that we are operating here today. How did you guys find this? Someone let me know in the comments. Does this video show up on the, where does it show up on the, is there a live feed section that you see this where you catch the lives, or does it come up through shorts in the shorts feeds? Just interested on how you guys come across videos like this. Now we're coming over the hill and it's sandy, so it's very easy just to pull straight through on the, with the tractor, kind of putting it right in the center, and we're driving straight for that telephone pole at the other side. You can see those two brown things right there under the glare. That's a cattle guard that we have to install here. We're going to add a driveway that's going to cut through the deer fence. We're going to put a cattle guard in it so that we can keep the deer out and just drive in and out without having to use a gate. We build those ourselves. We get the pipe, cut it, and usually do the install, but the company that is here, they got a silver culvert right there. The company that's going to make the driveway is actually going to do the install this time, but usually we do that ourselves. Gotta turn the tractor around here quick. Skip 2 rows, or skip 1 row, then get back in the next one. There's a few colors left in there. Just a few. We just got this tractor here. I think it was new this spring we got it. So that's exciting. We didn't have an older John Deere model like this. We just popped up a big rock. You can see the squiggly line there, which is a plow caught something. I'm not sure if it pulled it up or not, but there was our new rock. Be nice if this tractor had some GPS on it, but it doesn't. There's going to be a rock right there, I bet. Yep. See it there on the right. A lot of holes from rocks. We just keep picking the field over and over. Like I said before, this is over 2,000 feet from end to end, so that's a lot of cherry trees. I'm not a mathematician, but 2,000 feet compared to what is it? 15 feet in between the trees, so that's going to be quite a few cherry trees this row. Definitely bouncy. Definitely could be smoother here. We're really popping some stuff up. See that jump? That's us pulling a rock up. Here's a little bit closer look at the rock pile. That's so far, but every time we go across here, it's going to continue to grow. Does anyone know if there's any better devices besides your own phone to live stream from? It'd be nice to not have to use my phone battery. Whereas anytime I get a call, after the call comes in, my phone freezes and then I have to shut the live stream off. That can be pretty frustrating. Just a beautiful day. That guy's got a nice place there. Nice view of the lake. We're chisel plowing out here today to bust up the soil. We injected some good stuff a couple weeks ago, and now we're trying to aerate the soil and loosen up the dirt so that we can have some non-compaction issues. We go to plant our cherry trees here in a couple weeks. The rows are 22 feet apart, 21 feet apart, sorry. That's enough distance for all of our equipment, mowers, and everything to get through. So that's why we choose that distance. But now we're coming up to the tree line. I gotta put my phone down to Do the old turnaround. Sheesh, that's rough. We gotta work on the outside of the edge of the orchard. Holy. Holy. And we're back. Found a rock there, the tractor. That's what we're doing behind. If you're new to the live stream, welcome. We're doing a little farming today. If you're interested in farming or want to learn about farming, don't be afraid to click the subscribe button. We farm apples and cherries here on this channel. Love to have you check out some other videos. I post long form once a week of projects and jobs that we do around the farm in more high depth. I post shorts once a week, or once a day. Funny how many birds come flying in when you're working the field. There's a lot of bird action. They come in here and start eating all the worms and insects that you rip up. We're chisel plowing out here today. We got some moisture last night, so the field got a good soak, and now we're just ripping up the soil here, opening it up. But we do have to go straight around the old corner here. And it's so rough, it's unbelievable. There's the rock pile. All that's been hand-picked out of this field. Just a large amount of rock. It's a great building site, some nice hardwoods in there. Usually there's some deer hiding in here. Don't know how many out there are deer hunters. Rifle season's coming up quick. You guys gotta be getting excited. We'll take a quick look back at the chisel plow. Make sure all the shoes and shanks are still there, connecting nice. We'll get down here to the other end and we'll put the plow back down and keep going. Gotta get her lined up here and drop this. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yep, that's okay. I didn't know if I was allowed, if this was the right spot putting this down, but it indeed is. We have this strip in between where we're going to be putting in a driveway down here at the other end, and I didn't want to start working in the middle. Big hole here. Oh, Jesus, there goes my water bottle. We busted the cup holder, water bottle down. Big rock back there. Woof. Woof. But we got her. Popped it up. Well, I was only aiming to do about a 30-minute live stream here, so I think I'm going to call it quits here today. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet, don't be afraid to click that down below so you can get notified when I go live again. I'm going to try and do this a little more. I seem to get a great response, and I like getting on and talking to everybody. Hope everyone here has a great evening, and we'll see you guys next time, maybe tomorrow.